Welcome back to Sound 101. I'm Andrew from Deity Microphones, and on today's episode, we're going to teach you how to operate a film slate. Now, I'm no second AC, so I brought in a friend, Ryan Hasegawa, who's going to help us out.
Scene 35 Alpha, take one, marker.
Hey everybody, my name is Ryan Hasegawa and I'm going to show you how to use a film slate. But first, what in the world is a film slate and why should you have one? In its simplest form, a slate is how you sync cameras and audio recorders. This mark is something that can not only be seen in your camera, but also can be seen in your audio waveforms, giving you a precise frame where the two can be synced, making the post-process all the easier. Okay, but why not clap? If it's just a loud sound that I need, then surely that's good enough? Well, yeah, if you're just starting out, that's perfectly fine, but at the pro level, there's much more information that needs to be present for your post team, which is what each of these sections is for. Roll, scene, take, production, director, director photography, and date. The information listed in these sections is going to be what helps your post team not only stay organized, but will clearly communicate what the team captured on the day, what still needs to be captured later, and if anything is missing from the shoot day. But what does each section mean? Production, director, director photography, and date. It's right there on the tin, the name of your production, the director, director photography, and the date the shoot is taking place. Roll. This is the number of memory card that you're on, always containing 4 characters. It will start with a letter and end with 3 numbers. The letter is camera, A is camera 1, B is camera 2, and so on. The number is, well, it's on the card. 1, 2, 3, etc. Take. This is the number of the take that you're currently shooting, starting at 1 and going up every time the camera cuts. Only going back to take 1 when your setup changes.
Why didn't I think of that? Cut, print, check the gate, moving on.
In the event of a pickup shot, you will put PU after the take number. Scene. The last section is also the most complex. Though it just says scene, this section contains a whole heap of variable information and formatting. The primary is what scene number you're currently shooting. This number is then followed by a letter representing different setups within that scene. If your lens or camera angle changes, so does the letter. For example, we're shooting scene 5 of a movie. Our first shot will be called scene 5, take 1. After a lens change, it becomes scene 5A, take 1. And after the camera moves, it becomes scene 5B, take 1. The letter keeps going up until the scene is completely shot. A note on letters: avoid using I and O, as these can often be mistaken for 1s and 0s. Additionally, there will sometimes be letters on the left side of the scene number to represent unique shooting situations. Visual effect shots are marked with a V. Reshoots are marked with an R. Second unit shots are marked with an X or XX. Whew, scene section can be daunting, but after a couple of setups, you'll have the hang of it for sure.
Well, all those sections are on a dump slate and on a smart slate also offers timecode and extra metadata.
Now that you know how to label each section of the slate, here's how you mark. Scene 35 Alpha, take 1, mark. When the camera presses record and the audio is speeding, the second AC reads off key information from the slate before marking. The scene number, followed by a word starting with the setup letter and finishing with the take number. That's why I said Scene 35 Alpha. Some would argue that you need to use the phonetic alphabet, but honestly, as long as it's comprehensible, you can use any word that you like as long as it's appropriate for the set you're on. Feel things out first before going too crazy with it. After you read the key information, say mark and then mark. Slating done at the front of the shot is called head sticks, while some shots will require you to slate at the end of a shot. This is called tail sticks. Tail sticks will be inserted at the end of the take. They're going to be flipped upside down, clapped, and then flipped right side up so they can be read. We're human though, sometimes we mess up. If you need to slate a second time, call out second sticks. That way your editor knows about it and doesn't pick the wrong sync point.
Scene 35 Echo, take 1, marker. Let's take 2. Scene 35 Echo, take 2, marker, second sticks.
If the shot forces you to be up close with an actor, do not slate at full volume. This thing is built to be loud and actors' ears are delicate. Call out soft sticks and gently slate.
Soft sticks.
If you're an old-timey filmmaker and aren't running sound at all, place your fingers between the sticks and hold it in the camera frame. This is called MOS, and the gesture will communicate there is no sound file for this clip.
Action slate. Remove.
There are of course many more nuanced ways to go about slating, especially when you're incorporating VFX, reshoots, and multiple cameras. Today is just about hooking up with the basics so you can get to shooting.
Now a couple of tips when it comes to actually marking the slate and cleaning it afterwards. Never use permanent marker. No matter what you've heard, don't do it. Put white gaff tape on the actual section and then write on that, or white paper tape. Or if you want to be really fancy, use a label maker. But if you are using dry erase, a really cool thing, keep a little microfiber cloth around. You can just wipe it away and it's gonna look brand new.
In the beginning, I said a slate is how you sync cameras and audio recorders, but now I hope you can see it as much more than that. It's an organizational tool that gives your team the strong foundation it needs to enter post-production with confidence and professionalism.
Scene 35 Alpha, take one, marker.
Well, that's gonna wrap it up for us here at Sound 101. If you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button. I'm Andrew from Deity Microphones. Thank you for watching.